Hey guys, my name is Tim. I'm the master mechanic at Zeiten BMW Mobile Services, and today we're not doing any repairs. I have the opportunity basically to buy this, which has been sitting for a few years, I would say, and this is the cheapest BMW X5 E70 that you can find on the market right now. Let's walk around it, see what it is, what it takes, and should I buy it, should I not? Let's see what's up. So what we got right here is a 2008 BMW X5 3.0 SI. It's an N52 engine, 3-liter, 6-cylinder. A pretty good engine, I like it. It has 112,000 miles. It's been sitting for a few years. The owner says too. I believe it's more than that. So it's all dirty and everything, but the interior is pretty good. It sits on 22 weird rims, like those are not BMW rims. The tires are all shot and those need to be replaced. The rims, like, alright, we'll keep those. What happened, he says, like the alternator gave up, and then he parked the car and the battery died, this, and everything led to one thing led to another, and basically the car's been sitting here. So for me as a technician, it's really hard to say, is it true, is it not? We're gonna put the battery in and see what happens. So I put the battery in, and the first thing I'm gonna do is scan the car to see what's going on. The DME computer first. Well, we have definitely a fault code for power management of the battery, of course. This is the one I really don't like, the DME internal fault. Like I've seen this code a lot. Usually doesn't cause any problems, but it might be an indication of the faulty DME computer. That will be problematic for the car and for me to repair. Well, not exactly repair, but you just gotta buy the DME CAS module and the key and ignition lock and the door lock, all of those together from, let's say, a used car, and just put it on. And the other one, this one, not a big deal. The other thing is the CAS module, CAS module. What do we have here? Engine start, starter operation. And you know what happens when I start it? Look and listen. Absolutely nothing. Nothing happens when you push the start button, and I can hear the water pump running for some reason, so that might be what killed the battery in the first place. There's initial report that the alternator is bad, plenty of things, but next thing I want to see, like, do we have anything on EGS module? A bunch of codes, yeah. No big deal. So alright, we figured that out. Let's not waste the battery anymore, and I'm gonna disconnect the battery right now so it doesn't die. So the battery on this X5 is in the back. There's a few bolts usually, but they're all missing. I didn't do that, I'm telling you right away. So this car is a 7-seater, so those two right there, those are seats. All we need to do is disconnect the negative and just leave it there. That's it. At this point, I'm not gonna close the trunk fully just to have access to it. Ooh. That's... There we go. Oh, it has a camera. Rear view camera. That's cool. So let's check out what's happening under the hood. Oh my. So yeah, that's how well, basically the car looks after sitting for a few years. Definitely, I'd say. Not, maybe 2, who knows. Let's put that back. All of that, of course, needs to be cleaned, but from what I see from here, and the report that I've seen that the guy sent me like oil filter housing gaskets, clean, has been replaced. Valve cover gasket is definitely leaking, so that hasn't been touched. Well, it's not a big leak, but it's happening. Then, well, of course, everything here needs to be cleaned up. Regarding the pump, something's draining basically the battery, I would say, and the water pump running is just the reaction of the car for the drainage of the battery. There's a really good chance that the alternator is dead and the starter is dead. The starter can kill both of them just by car sitting, basically. So what owner told me, that he had some issues with the car, took it to one specialist, they replaced crankshaft position sensor, still had some issues. I've seen the lean codes, the car's running lean, a few misfires, this and that, and then he was just reparking the car from one spot to another, and then one day he pushed the button, nothing happened, like we did today, and he just parked it here for like whatever long the car sits. So the thing is, I bought the cheapest X5 that are on the market right now, and the price was $2,000, which is the lowest you can say, but it's completely not a running car. I have no idea what's going on with the engine because I can't basically start it, and it's a complete gamble. So if you questioning yourself, like, should you get a car like that, should you try and flip a car that's not running and maybe DIY some stuff, because my thinking is I replaced the starter and it fires up and you can drive it, basically, most likely. I might be wrong though. You'll find out in the next videos. Like, we'll definitely shoot the material how to replace the starter on this engine, on this body type, which is going to be useful for everyone. But in the end of the day, it's a gamble, even for me. Like, what if the engine is seized? What if the owner lied? Who knows? Like, the regular rule is not to, I wouldn't say when you're buying a car, don't believe whatever the owner says. Just question everything. It's you never know. It's not, it might be that the previous owner just telling complete truth and nothing but the truth, but the sellers need to sell the car, so they that's what they do. They hide some stuff here and do, like, twist the truth a little bit there. So in the end of the day, fellas, if you're looking to flip cars like this, just don't. If you're not experienced technician, just don't do that, because even for me it's gonna be sort of a challenge. Let's say if the engine is seized, like, what am I gonna do? Replace the engine? At least I can do that. And I've checked the market for the engines, and it's approximately, I would say, the average N52 engine, because I don't need actually the oil pan, so I just take the block and just drop it on the old oil pan. Would run me about 1,000, maybe 1,200 right now, so that's to the price. Then if we need DME computer, CAS module, the key, and the ignition lock and the door lock, that's what you can find on eBay. It's about 500 bucks. The starter replacement, well, usually, well, for me the parts would be about $200. That's it. With labor, that would be close to $650, $700. So if you look at this car, and we're gonna need to replace the valve cover and whatever else issues we find out when it's running. So that's definitely a gamble. Stay tuned, guys, for to see how it all progresses, because I'm gonna be shooting every step of the way, and if it's a flop or if it's a flip, basically. So we'll see what happens there. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned, and see you guys next time.